I'm Dr. Lisa Palmer, Dr. Mama Bear, coming to you live from Central Florida. Moving my mic here from Central Florida on the topic of cooking, common health conditions in children. Cooking, common health conditions in children. So I like to stay with the same letter of the words in my title. It can make it challenging. Oh, another C. It can make it challenging. It can make it cool. Another C for you. But that's how we roll around here. With that, if you have any questions, you can let me know in the chat. And let me know where you're coming from. Let me get my chat. They changed this. Where's my chat button? There it is. My chat function. There we go. And so when it comes to cooking, a lot of times patients ask me, what the heck do you cook? Tuesdays are a bit of a longer day for me. And so I like to cook things that are fast on Tuesdays. So I'll get home from the office, I'll start dinner, and then usually I'll put it on low and my husband will finish it or my daughter will finish it. Today it was siete tortillas, not tortillas, tortillas, with grass-fed ground beef and spinach. And so pretty easy. Siete is made out of, you can get a siete tortilla. Siete is the brand. Siete means 7. You can get them out of almond flour. You can get them out of cassava flour, because the white flour turns basically to glue, right? So if you think of paste when you were in elementary school, paste is white flour and water, and some kid, the weird kid, ate the paste. Maybe you were the weird kid. And so you want to try to avoid bleached white flour. Siete tortillas are made out of almonds, so ground up almonds, or cassava, which is yuca flour. And so it's a healthier choice. Grass-fed ground beef. So you saute the beef. I actually am so, a lot of people think, like, I'm Italian. A lot of people think you follow recipes. I pretty much never follow recipes. So I brown the ground beef in a pan without oil or anything, because the fat of the ground beef will keep it from sticking. And then, because I don't want to add fat to meat that has fat. And then I'll throw the tortillas in the oven to get them warm. If you have an organic cheese, I love hickory smoked cheese, love hickory smoked. But if you like cheese, you can melt the cheese in there. You can put the meat in there. And then actually I put spinach in my tortilla. So I know, not very Mexican, but it is a way to get vegetables into your kids. And spinach with ground beef, or spinach in a tortilla with cheese, you don't really taste much of the spinach. I like spinach. And that's it. So, got that started. Then I was live in the academy, and then I'm with you guys. But in between, I had some of the tortilla, and it's a fast, easy dinner. So cooking does not have to be complicated. Cooking doesn't have to be like order all these types of, I don't know, like follow these recipes. I never follow a recipe. Basically, I'm purchasing ground beef, sometimes ground turkey. I don't love it as much as ground beef. Bison, steak, chicken thighs. Chicken thighs have more taste than chicken breast. Maybe we'll do wings. We'll bake wings in the oven. And so we have the proteins. I buy proteins for the week. I have vegetables that go with them. Sometimes we have vegetables, sometimes we don't. Sometimes we'll have a salad. Like last night, we had a salad with romaine lettuce, organic carrots, fresh parsley, and a little bit of olive oil, a little bit of red, white, and vinegar. And then my daughter's absolute favorite, dill cucumbers, the little tiny cucumbers. Loves it. Yep. And then Jonathan, no tomatoes. We didn't have any tomatoes with it, and super good. And so cooking doesn't have to be complicated. It doesn't have to take long. And honestly, guys, typically I'm not doing it off a recipe. I'm just combining a protein with the vegetable, with the flavors that my family enjoys. With that, common health conditions that we see in our practice is we see a lot of female hormone issues. And it is a very, very hot topic, no matter what stage the female patient is in. So are they pre-period? Are they in their menstruating years? Are they later in life where they're going through pausing of the period, which is called menopause? Where are they in the female cycle? And really, whether you're in the beginning, the middle, or starting to get to a point where you don't have them anymore, there should be no symptoms at all, right? So premenstrual syndrome is a syndrome, could be linked with, could be signs of bloating. I was just talking to a patient and her daughter has like horrible, awful cramps, heavy periods, breast tenderness. All of that is in the premenstrual syndrome symptoms, and you should not have that. If you have those symptoms, it means something in your body is not balanced. The other side of the spectrum, menopause, I see women that have hot flashes, they have low libido, they have dryness, they don't like how they feel anymore, they have low energy. And so whether you're in the PMS symptoms or the menopausal symptoms or somewhere in between, those are not normal. They're common. A lot of women have them, but they're not normal. And the problem is that most practitioners do not find the cause of the problem. They say, okay, well, you have heavy periods, so let's put you on birth control. Or you're getting older, so let's put you on estrogen. Or you need more zest in your life, so let's put you on testosterone. Now, the problem is that a chemical hormone is not natural. A chemical hormone causes your body to make less hormones. It causes imbalances in the body and will never fix the cause of the problem. Instead, in natural health care, in a technology called quantum nutrition testing, we're looking for the imbalance. The imbalance may be due to a chemical. It may be due to a heavy metal toxicity. It may be due to the person just has a really bad diet, right? They're just eating cookies for breakfast, candy bars for lunch. Maybe they skip dinner. Maybe they just have popcorn for dinner. There's some people that just they eat at meal times, but they're not eating anything nourishing. And so they just really don't feel good. The body doesn't have the proper nutrition to heal. The body doesn't have the proper nutrients to heal. The foods are inflammatory, so their breasts get tender, their periods get horrible, and they don't link what they eat to how they feel. I completely understand, because there was a period of my time as an athlete, I thought it didn't matter what I ate. It just mattered how many calories I burned. And so because I ran on the soccer field and I worked out in the gym and I ran for training, my viewpoint, which a lot of athletes have, a lot of active people have, is if I'm burning a lot of calories, it doesn't matter the quality of the calories. That would be the same as saying, well, I'm going to build a house, and as long as I have walls and a roof, it doesn't matter the quality. Now, we know that's absolutely not true. If you have cardboard walls and a paper roof, you're in a load of trouble, right? Whatever you're feeding the body is what your body is actually repairing itself with. If you're pregnant, whatever kind of type of quality of food you're consuming, that's what you're building the baby with. That's the building blocks for the baby. So crappy food in, and not as healthy child that you're growing or body that you're repairing. And so when it comes to children's health, ideally, we work with women before they become moms. We get them really, really healthy. Maybe that means that we have to detox chemicals. Maybe that means that we have to detox metals. Maybe that means we need to teach her how to cook fast, easy meals. We could do that. Maybe that means we need to balance her hormones naturally. Maybe that means she needs some endocrine support. Maybe she needs some support for the uterus or the ovaries or the pituitary or the thyroid or the adrenals. Maybe we need to teach her the importance of getting good sleep and what good sleep looks like. And so we get mama really, really healthy. We get that female really, really healthy. We get the dad, potential future dad, really, really healthy. And then now they have a baby, and now it equals a healthy kid. I took my daughter to the dentist. I guess it's been a couple weeks now. And, I want to make sure that I'm being a good mom, and I'm taking her to I'm not a dentist, right? I want to take her to the professionals that I am not. I'm not a dentist. And so I took her to the dentist, and the dentist was like, wow, her teeth are straight. Her jaw is wide. Her teeth are healthy. I always try to caution on less radiation. They're like, well, she still hasn't had any x-rays yet. And I'm like, okay, we'll do the bites. He's like, everything looks good, no cavities. And he's like, keep up the good work, Leah. Keep brushing your teeth and flossing. And then I had to laugh a little bit, because it's a struggle to get her to brush her teeth, and then flossing. I don't know The last time she flossed.
My floss keeps going missing.
Oh, her floss keeps missing. She came in here. Her floss magically is missing. I know exactly where it is. But I had to laugh because the viewpoint was that that she's doing a lot of brushing and flossing. And yes, she does brush her teeth. But really, it's the nutrition, right? So she was breastfed for 2.5 years. As a toddler, I made her food or whatever I cooked for the family is what she ate, right? So she grew up eating kale and squash and sweet potatoes and avocado and egg yolk and, those kinds of things, ground up liver. And so because she was brought up as, when she was growing with me, growing in me, I don't know how you ever want to say. When I was pregnant with her, I guess is the easier way of saying, I ate really healthy before. I did a lot of detox work. I ate healthy and then I fed her healthy and then breastfed her for a long time. And so those things end up with a child with good oral health, right? Strong teeth, no cavities, no overlapping teeth. Dr. Weston A. Price found that kids with narrow jaws and overlapping teeth could be due to processed foods. I remember there was a study where he studied two twins. One twin was living on a farm in Ireland and the other twin was living in the city. I'm not quite sure why they were separated. But the twin that lived in the city had a more narrow jaw and the teeth were overlapping and that twin had cavities. And then the twin that lived on the farm had a wider jaw and no overlapping teeth and no cavities. He also studied different indigenous populations and found that they didn't own toothbrushes or floss, but yet had white, straight teeth with no cavities. Now, the indigenous people were living on the land, right? So they were eating plants and they were eating meat and they didn't have processed foods. They didn't have sugar. They didn't have bread. They didn't have pastas or crackers. And so the healthier that the food that a child consumes, the healthier that the child will be. And same thing with adults and same thing with the patients that we work with. And so if you know someone who is having PMS symptoms, who's having menopausal symptoms, who's having eczema, digestive issues, headaches, migraines, you name it, with our technique, quantum nutrition testing, we don't treat, we don't cure, we don't diagnose, but instead we rebalance the body naturally with vitamins and minerals. We detoxify the body, whether it's chemicals, metals, parasites, whatever the case may be. And then we educate the client on lifestyle. How do they get better sleep? What do they make for dinner? What do they do to relax? What do they do to decompress? What do they do to move their body and so on? And so if you need our help, we are here. My practice name is Palmer Natural Health. I would love to help you. I would love to have my practitioners help you locate the cause, handle the cause through natural means, rebalance the body, and improve your health. I'm Dr. Lisa Palmer, Dr. Mama Bear. Good night, everyone.